Likewise. Come in. We used to work together next Oxford Circus, Central London, and that was about 15, 16 years ago.
Yeah, it's more. Is it more?
I don't know, it's a long time. You were studying video production.
Yeah.
I was in digital media, so quite similar.
Yeah.
Different universities. We went off, did our own things. You had your career in video production, I did mine in digital media, marketing. And then somehow we both ended up in this coffee industry, which is kind of mad, really, that we both ended up this way. You've got a mobile coffee unit, right?
Yeah.
And where do you do that?
So now we just do events. So
okay.
Whether it be private events, music events, whatever, parties, whatever.
A couple of months ago, I think you contacted me to say you're thinking about sourcing some Kenyan coffee.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. And then literally a few weeks ago, you sent me some.
Yeah.
And the coffee was really good, by the way. Like, really impressed. But what was more intriguing was the backstory.
Okay.
So tell me about that.
I grew up in Kenya.
Okay.
Until I was 11. I grew up in a farm. My grandmother had a farm. My grandmother and my dad had a farm, and in the farm we had coffee. And during school holidays or evenings, that's how I started my business concepts, because I would go and pick coffee, and then I would go and sell it to the factories, and then my grandmother would split the profits with me. And so that's how I started. The whole business mindset kind of came about. So coffee has always been a part of me from the time I was young. But the money that you get for your coffee wasn't very much.
Right.
So now, over the years, the farmers have got fed up and started their own brand, and it's just said, look, let's just see what we can do.
Right.
And that's how cooperative coffee came about.
Oh.
And then now, they've been growing, and over in the last 2 months, they wanted to kind of break into the UK market.
That cooperative is literally a cooperative of farmers across Kenya.
Yeah.
And they own 100% of that cooperative, right?
Yeah.
What was your link to them?
It's weird because I'm a part of a Kenyan community in the UK.
Right.
And a lot of people know that I do coffee. And there's not many Kenyan coffee companies that I know of anyway. So when they were promoting this concept of bringing Kenyan coffee here now, I was like the obvious choice.
The other interesting part for me was, I think, because are you making a video, or is that a video they've made and you're going to edit it?
So I asked them to make a video,
right?
Or to send me images of what from the beginning to the end of the process.
Yeah. So
that the customers who are in UK, who are curious about where the coffee is coming from, they can see exactly where the coffee is coming from, who the farmers are, and the process that the coffee goes through.
One of the challenge has been communication, dealing with farmers who are not knowledgeable. For many years, the information was never given to them. We are seeing that being overcome by training.
But the other interesting thing from watching that video was that by having this cooperative and essentially cutting out a middleman, or maybe 2 or 3 middlemen, they get a large percentage of the sales, which in turn means they get better equipment, they get to educate the farmers better, and essentially get better coffee in your cup at the end of it, right?
Yeah, and you can see the farmers are really proud about the fact that they are seeing the returns from the coffee.
Right.
So from the hard work, I mean, when you see on the video, you see there's one person who's been able to build a house for his family because now he has a bit more money, where before he was kind of getting half of the money that he's getting now.
And that's kind of why we're going to sign up to this with you, because we have a special in our hopper every month. And I guess I should kind of caveat the fact that our current supplier, they do have fair trade deals set up, but they've been going sort of 100 odd years. They've got farmers they deal with across the globe. So to kind of understand each trades deal they have would be impossible for us. And we don't know the ins and outs of it. We can only hope that they are getting good deals. Obviously your one, it's such a close connection, I suppose, that you're dealing with them directly and that I know you. It just seemed to make sense for us. Okay, and we should have this Kenyan coffee next week or the week after?
Next week. So the CEO of Co-op Coffee is coming over next week. So she'll be bringing coffee with her.
Well, there you go. The CEO herself is coming to deliver the coffee. Marvelous. So if you're ordering the monthly special coffee, the Kenyan coffee, just know that the money you spend on that coffee is going to a really good place, a really worthy cause, and will only make the coffee you drink from Kenya even better. And
also to add to that is that I will also be supplying the video so you can see where the coffee is coming from.
Well, we'll definitely put a link on our social media to that video as well, and let people see that so they can see all the bits we missed out.
Exactly.
But no, all right, well, thank you for coming, and yeah, look forward to drinking some good Kenyan coffee.
Thank you for having me.
All right.